Good morning, Morris Knowles, and Happy New Year. I'm Chris Roman.
And I'm Rebecca Rock. Our team of school counselors has prepared this video for you in order to prepare you for the scheduling process.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Yes, it's time for you to begin thinking about scheduling your courses for next year. One of our major roles as counselors is to ensure that all students earn the required 140 credits for graduation. That sounds like a lot, but scheduling at least 35 credits per year will get you to the 140 you need. Remember that all students earn 5 credits for each full-year course and 2.5 credits for each half-year course. There are many requirements included in the 140 credits. Here are the details. Every student must pass 4 years of English, 4 years of PE and health, 3 years of math covering Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2, or a course that builds upon Algebra 1 and Geometry, 3 years of science, including 5 credits of biology or life science, 5 credits of environmental science, chemistry, or physics, and 5 credits of an additional lab science. Additionally, students are required to complete 3 years of history, including 1 year of world history and 2 years of United States history, and 1 year of world language, although you should complete 2 years to apply to a 4-year college.
Students must also take 1 year of a visual or performing art class such as chorus, band, theater arts, or an art class, 1 year of a 21st century life and careers class such as any business department course, any technology course, or classes such as culinary arts and exploring childhood. 1 year of computer literacy, which can be fulfilled by classes such as Intro to Computer Apps, Digital Art and Design, and CAD, among others. Please be sure to remember this when selecting your electives. And finally, all students must also pass 2.5 credits of personal and financial literacy, which can be fulfilled by classes such as personal finance. It is very important that each of you give careful thought to the courses you select for next year. Be sure that each course is appropriate for you and your future goals.
We have many changes to our courses for next year that you will want to keep in mind. We have 2 new courses, Intro to Flight and Unmanned Aircraft Systems, and Robotics 2. Computer, Automation, and Robotics will now be called Robotics 1. This course can no longer be taken multiple years, and the prerequisite is now Electricity, AP Computer Science Principles, or AP Computer Science A. Robotics 2 will now be available, and the prerequisite course is Computer, Automation, and Robotics, which will now be called Robotics 1. Introduction to Drafting Technology will now be called Computer-Aided Drafting, CAD 1, and Fundamentals of CAD will now be called Computer-Aided Drafting, CAD 2. Please note that the following courses will no longer fulfill the personal and financial literacy graduation requirement: Accounting 1, Accounting 2, Introduction to Business, and Microsoft Professional.
Word processing and internet strategies will now be called Digital Foundations. 3D design, sculpture, and jewelry making will now be called Mixed Media Sculpture. Drawing and painting will now be called Advanced Art Techniques. Intro to Art Studio will now be called Studio Art Workshop. Service Learning will now be called English 12 Service Learning. And Expository and Creative Writing will now count as a senior replacement English course.
Courses that will no longer be offered include Introduction to Technology. Finally, Science, Inquiry, and Tech 1, 2, and 3 have moved from the Science Department to the Technology Department. Now let's check in with the rest of the school counselors about how the scheduling process will work.
First, your academic teachers will recommend the appropriate course levels for you for the upcoming year. After speaking with students, each teacher will make 1 of 3 recommendations. 1, that you continue in the same level you are currently enrolled in. 2, that you move up to a more challenging level. Or 3, that you move down to a more appropriate level. Each teacher submits recommendations through Aspen in early January. Later, your school counselor will meet with you individually, and together we'll discuss course selection, course levels, your goals for after high school, and your progress toward meeting graduation requirements.
Next, all students will meet individually with their school counselor to discuss your schedule. It's very important to take this appointment seriously. During your appointment, counselors will review your transcript and academic performance thus far, teacher recommendations, and elective choices to help you select the best courses for you. Your counselor will enter your selections in Aspen, and every effort will be made to place you in the courses you have selected. You will also use this time to discuss your goals for the future to ensure you are taking advantage of all that Morris Knowles has to offer to better prepare you for life after MK. Today, your homeroom teacher will give you a course selection sheet. Review it with your parents and take the time to select the courses that are best for you. Beginning today, you will be able to add your elective choices in your Aspen account. Your counselor will then be able to see and approve your requests in Aspen. Please do this before you meet with your counselor. During your appointment, your counselor will discuss your elective choices with you. First, we will be sure requirements are completed, then you may select any of the electives that you chose. Be sure to make wise decisions based on your future goals or your interests and not what your friends are taking. This is your chance to find out what you love and may want to pursue after Morris Knowles. Please remember that changing courses next fall may be difficult or even impossible.
Remember that it is important to discuss your choices with your parents or guardians now. You must make informed choices with your counselors because you may not be able to make the changes you want after the master schedule is developed. Course descriptions and suggested course tracks based on your future goals can be found in the 2019-2020 Program of Studies. The Program of Studies is posted on the Morris Hills Regional School District website under the Curriculum tab. Please refer to the Program of Studies with your parent or guardian if you have any questions about courses. Please note that course waiver forms used to enter a course that was not recommended by your teachers will not be accepted after June 1st, 2019. Once you have your schedule for next year, you may want to make changes. Please understand that not all changes are possible, which is why it is so important to prepare for scheduling and make the best choices possible for you when you meet with your counselor at your scheduled appointment.
Okay, so let's recap the scheduling process. First, bring home the course selection sheet you were given today and make your choices with your parent or guardian. Then, log on to your Aspen account to select your electives. Taking these two important steps will prepare you for your individual meeting with your counselor. Counselors will begin calling students down for appointments on January 14th. But we do call juniors first, then sophomores, and we will finally get to our freshmen. During this individual meeting, every student will discuss their academic performance to date, the courses they have taken, and the grades that they have earned. Your counselor will evaluate your transcript to see that you are on track for graduation and earning all the credits you need to graduate.
You'll also discuss your future plans and the best courses to take to help you reach your goals. It is important to be prepared for your scheduling conference by talking to your parents about the courses you will take next year. Remember to review the Program of Studies online for course descriptions. Finally, your course selections for next year will be reviewed and entered in Aspen by your counselor.
This seems overwhelming, but don't worry, your counselors will work with you to select major subject area academic courses and the electives you have picked. Once your requests have been added to Aspen, you can review them with your parent or guardian. If you notice an error or would like to make a change after reviewing your selections with your parent or guardian, see your counselor ASAP to start the process.
Well, that's all we have for you from the School Counseling Department today. Please be sure to follow all suggested steps to help the scheduling process run as smooth as possible.
Thanks for your attention and have a great day, MK.